wide open. I left the doubt by the door, or didn't need it anymore. Pulled on my shoes, hit the pavement, heart in my chest, I could feel it saying, girl, don't wait for a sign. You got this life, it's mine, it's mine. So I'm running toward the spark, even if it starts small. One brave step, then I give it all. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away. I called my friends from the corner store, said, come on down, there's room for more. We danced in the kitchen light, laughing loud on a Friday night. And if the road gets a little wild, I keep that grin, keep that inner child. I know my name, I know my song. I've been growing all alone. Ooh. So I'm running toward the spark, even if it starts small. One brave step, then I give it all. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away. If you fall, get up singing. If you doubt, keep on dreaming. The best part's still ahead, right where your heart's at. Another realm, another day. Love is life, let it play. Be happy, breathe it in. Live your dreams, let them begin. Another realm, another spark. Keep it bright, keep it hard. Love this life, let it stay. Be happy, shine away.
Hi, everybody. How's it going? Good to see you all here. Happy Monday. Look at all the early birds. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. And you know what the coolest thing is we are streaming on X right now as well. So those of you on X, hi. My name's Tara. Nice to meet you. Come on in. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Come on in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Today is going to be a serious live stream. It's going to be serious all week. Where's Nancy Guthrie? Where's Nancy? I'm not done looking for Nancy, and I want to try and get some progress done this week on establishing a location where I feel close. Like I feel I'm really close on. You guys all know though that if we're doing this live, if I'm picking up on a specific area, I'm not going to zoom in and show you guys specifically. I'll show like around the area because, well, the suspects could be watching. And I know better than that. So that's how I do things. So good to see you all. Welcome all in. You're all welcome. The only rules I have in this chat are please don't be rude. Don't insult me. If you do, my moderators, they'll just block you. That's it. Bye. Bye. So that's it. Be kind and polite to everybody in the chat, and don't talk about other YouTubers in here, please, or other psychics. I don't want to know what any other psychics' readings are or have to say. Please, it screws me up. I just don't want to know. And please don't talk about any other YouTubers in here, because all it does is causes drama. And I don't want drama in my channel. Okay? So hope you're all well. We're going to get started here. Welcome back to another realm. If you are here, my name is Tara. There's a lot of new people that are probably watching, especially on X. Today, we're going to continue our search for Nancy Guthrie, who has now been missing for over 5 months. Day 172. Authorities continue to investigate the case, and no suspect has publicly been identified. The family is still searching for answers, and law enforcement continues to ask anyone with credible information to come forward. Before we get started, I want to remind everyone, everything you see here today is my personal intuitive practice, okay? And my opinion. Nothing is facts. Nothing discussed here should be treated as factual evidence or as a substitute for official investigation. If you feel real information regarding Nancy's disappearance, please contact the FBI, Pima County Sheriff's Department, but do not contact them regarding anything I say here. Please, don't ever contact them regarding my readings or anything like that, okay? They will not listen to you, and you're wasting their time, okay? So today's goal is simple. I'm going to focus on the map, study the map, and follow the reactions. I'm going to be shifting between my dowsing rods and my pendulum. I use both for doing this, and I'm going to see if I get reactions to certain areas of areas of the map, okay? I would like all of you to please tell me in the chat, where are you coming from? Where are you all chatting from? Tell me, where in the world are you at this point in time? I always love to know that. That's like, I find that really, really interesting. And how long have you been following Nancy's case? Have you been following Nancy's case since the beginning? Or are you just picking up on Nancy's case now? And please fill up my chat screen with yellow flowers and yellow hearts for Nancy, okay? That's a symbol we have for Nancy, and just show love, show prayers, fill my chat up with love for Nancy, okay? What else? Okay, and yeah, I'll explain it. For anybody that's not seen me do this before, for anyone who hasn't watched before, I'm going to slowly move across the map, and I will see if my pendulum or my rods react to a certain area as I'm going over. And yeah, I have a way of doing things. This is how I have found some missing people with my dowsing rods. My dowsing rods are like, they're fantastic. They're like pointers to me. Like I've found missing people here in my town using these rods. And I've stood on the location and I've been like, okay, show me which way to go. And the rods will go, and they'll point to the direction we need to go. And it's worked every single time. So I trust them very, very much. Let's see. What else do I want to cover for you guys here? I'd love to hear your thoughts and your theories on the Nancy Guthrie case. So in the chat, as I'm doing this, talk to each other, chat with each other. I would love to hear your input, your theories on what's happened here, and try not to name suspects, okay? So like use initials, like say ANT, or try and abbreviate it, okay? And all of this is allegedly, in our opinion, everybody is innocent until proven in a court of law. Okay. This is just a discussion. No accusing anybody, no naming private individuals without verified information. Please remember to be respectful. Yeah, I think that's about it. What else? Nothing else to say to you guys, I don't think. Okay. So again, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. You mean the world to me. Do all the YouTube stuff. Please like, subscribe. Consider becoming a member. Consider donating memberships. If you would like to donate a tip to me, there's several ways you can do it. At this point, I would prefer not to use super chats if you can avoid it, because YouTube takes like 30 to 40%, when instead that money could be just coming straight to me instead of Google. So I've got it down here. If you would like to send me a tip, instead of super chatting it, please PayPal me. At the bottom here, it says Morticia's Captured, or I've set up a link on my website so you can actually send a tip through my website as well. But if not, of course, I will accept super chats. But ultimately, I would prefer PayPal's first, okay? Because it just comes straight to me, all right? I don't want to pay the big guy, like flat out. I don't feel my work. I don't want to be paying the billionaires out there, right? It should be coming to me. So that's how I feel on the whole thing. So I'm going to ask all of you straight up before I get started on the map. Are there any particular areas? You can type in the chat where you think, are there any particular areas of interest that I should look at? Like, I have my stuff, okay? I've been searching for Nancy for months. Is there anything that you guys want me to look at? Please put it in the chat, and then I will pull up the area in the map and we will go from there. I'm not in a hurry today. We'll be here for most of the afternoon. So kick back, relax with me, get a cup of tea, and I'm really determined. This week is all about Nancy. So please put some suggestions in the chat if you have areas that you think should be looked at. And hopefully, is it too loud in here? I've got my air conditioning going. I hope it's not too loud. Yeah, I had to fix it, Wendy. I had my settings wrong yesterday. Thank you for trying. Hi, CalStar. You think I've been spot on. Oh, thank you very much, hon. The family's been quiet and not searching because they're still a target. Yeah. Yeah. The family very well still could be a target. Like Savannah very well could still be a target. I mean, that's obvious, right? There was that creepo outside of her Today Show the other day. Hi, Alley Cat. Welcome. Yeah, of course, you can email me. If my mods can please drop my email. Go for it. Okay, it's not loud. Good. Glad. Okay, so the airport around her neighborhood, like as if she's never left. Okay. Any other areas? I see lots of new faces. Actually, I see a lot of faces in here I have not seen for a while. I'm good to see you all back with me. Okay, good. I'm glad you can't hear the air conditioning. It's freaking hot. Okay, so we're just gonna get straight to it. So there'll be times where I'm not watching the chat at all. Okay, I'm gonna be like zoned and focused on what I'm doing. Okay. South Mission Road area, other side of the airport. Okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Alley Cat. Okay, so let's get started here. Share the screen. All right. Okay, you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm going to change the background on my screen here. I don't like that background. It doesn't work with having this on. It is too confusing for me. Okay, let's leave it that way. All right, so we are starting off at Nancy's house. And before I go any further, I want to sage my stuff. You're going to get a hold of me. Okay, Petty Cup. Sounds good, honey. Sounds good. Shoot me an email. Please hit the thumbs up button, everybody. And yeah. I don't get taking an elderly woman in bad health, I know. Doesn't make sense to any of us. The thing is, it's starting to seem like this is becoming an issue. Like I've said this in the very beginning of her case, elderly people, crimes against elderly people is becoming more common. And it's terrible. That's like equal to crimes against babies. It's just the worst of the worst of the worst. So, okay, so I'm going to just sage for a minute first. Smoke out my house. I'm using Palo Santo right now. Cleansing my rods. Okay. And I'm going to do my pendulum as well. I don't use my pendulum very often, but I do use it for things like this. It helps me narrow down and point, like zoom in on things. That makes sense. Cleanse. Okay. And I'm going to cleanse my rock. I have a specific white pink quartz rock I use here, which is actually from Arizona. This rock has been really good for me when it comes to the Nancy case because it's from there. So those of you that are new and don't really know my background, I am a psychic medium in Canada, British Columbia, and I have found a lot of missing people. And I'm just kind of like old school. I'm straight up to the point. Like I don't use any of this fancy pants terminology like remote viewing and all this aura blah blah blahs. I don't do that. I'm just straight to the point. And the other thing which I feel is helpful for me with Nancy's case, and it has been since day one, is I lived there. I lived in Cascabel, which is east of Tucson. I lived there for 20 years. So I know the environment. I know the area. I know it. And I feel it's helpful for me. Like I can look at the map and go, okay, no, that's not good. That won't be like, I just know. You can't put a body there. You can't. maybe you could put a body there, that type of thing, right? Okay, so where am I going to start? Okay, I'm going to start off with, I have some cards here that I use. I'm going to do this first. Hopefully you guys will be able to see. Okay, so I have these flashcards I use for when I'm looking for someone and I'm doing my pendulum. And I made them years ago, and they just have like general things on them that I ask, and it gives me a breakdown of what I'm dealing with. Okay. I've already done this once before on Nancy's case, but I want to do this again today just to see what I get. Okay. So I'll be using the pendulum for this. All right, guys, work your magic, please. Where's Nancy Guthrie? Please tell me the situation surrounding Nancy as well on my cards here. Help me get some answers for Nancy, okay? Okay, so I've already done cards up here specifically for Nancy. I'm going to start with those. So hang with me while I do my thing. Please be polite to each other in the chat. Okay, help me out here, guys. Is Nancy near Reddington Pass? Okay, that's a yes still. Okay, thank you. What about Three Corners? Three Corners area? Okay, that's no. Salt River up by Mesa, by Phoenix. Is there anything in there around her? Okay, that's a yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Anything around Benson, Arizona? That's a yes also. Okay, and what about east of Benson? So east between Benson and, say, Wilcox. No, that's a no. Okay, so I'm still getting these areas. Reddington Pass, Three Corners, Salt River, Benson area. I haven't dove into the Benson area yet because I used to live there. I know it very, very well. But I'm getting Benson every now and then. Okay. Now, scenarios. You guys all know I've been getting like a cattle tank this entire time. Is there remains still in a cattle tank? Is that a yes? Actually, okay. That's a no. That's a big no. Okay. Okay. Thank you. What about, so right now I'm talking to my guides, okay? So what about a pool? Is there like, what about an old green sludgy pool? Somebody's backyard pool? Okay, that's a no. Okay. A water holding tank. like one of the city water holding tanks, like they've got holding tanks out by Marana. No, okay. What about a fuel tank for fuel storage, trucking, transport, oil? Holy fuck! That's a yes. So a tank, like fuel tank. It's funny. I've said this from the beginning too. There's something really weird about this case where I get inklings of Chris Watt's case. Let me try this again. Is it a gas fuel tank? Okay, that's a yes. Okay, is there also an oil tank? Okay, that's a yes also. Okay, are these tanks tied to the transport company that I've been picking up on in the reading? Okay, that's a no. No. Hi, babe. Okay. I want to ask about the suspects, okay? The suspects that have done this to Nancy Guthrie. Are any of these a problem here? Do they have an alcohol problem? The suspects who've done this to Nancy. Is there alcohol problem? No. Okay. Is there a drug problem? Holy shit, that's yes to drugs. Is there mental health problems? No. Okay, so we're talking about drugs. What kind of drugs? Is it methamphetamine? Wow. That's a yes to meth. Big time. Okay. That's a big, oh my God. Okay. So I'm asking about the suspects, okay? Like what's going on with the suspects here? And I'm flat out getting drugs, addiction, and meth. Okay. As far as a vehicle is concerned, I think I've done this before. I want to try and rule out like a make of vehicle. Okay. So, let's give this a go. Okay. Please circle. Please circle on what make of vehicle is the vehicle that took Nancy Guthrie. What make of vehicle is it? Okay, is it a Ford? Okay, that's a no. Is it a Chevy? That's a no. Is it a Dodge? Okay, Dodge is yes. Okay, what about a Chrysler? No. Nissan? No. Honda? A Honda? No. Okay. A Kia? No. Some sort of hybrid. Could be like a Tesla. No. Toyota? No. BMW? That's a yes. Okay, that's interesting. A Mercury? No. Then I'm going to just throw a few more out there. What about a Range Rover? Range Rover? Range Rover. Okay. Are there any other car brands that you guys can think of right now that I should ask about? So we got the Range Rover, we got a Dodge, which is a Dodge. It's the Dodge. The Dodge. He had a Charger, right? It's a Charger. I'm pretty sure it's a Charger. Okay, is there a blue Dodge Charger involved in Nancy's disappearance? Holy. Okay, that's a no, actually. Okay, stop. Is it a blue Dodge Challenger? Different model Dodge Challenger? Okay. I'm getting yes to Dodge Challenger. Okay. Colors. Okay, so colors. Okay, first of all, is it a truck? Is there a truck? A truck involved? Yes to truck. Okay. Stop. Is there a van involved? No. Okay, and is there just like an SU? Is there just a general SUV, common looking SUV? No. No. Okay, you guys, those of you that have been around the case a long time, you know what that's picking up, right? Holy shit. We've got a Range Rover and we've got a Dodge Challenger. We've got drugs, we've got methamphetamine. Okay. Next, what was Nancy's cause of death? Okay. Was it a natural death? Okay, that's a yes. Was her death an accident? That's a yes. Is it because they hurt her? Is it because these suspects hurt her really bad? Okay, that's a yes. Is it also because she was out of her medicines? Okay, that's a yes. And I'm also getting, did they give her pain medicine that wasn't diagnosed to her? Was she, did they give her drugs, pain med? That's a yes. Okay. Did Nancy die from an overdose? Oh shit. Huh. Wow. Okay, so that's okay. So an accidental death. Technically, I've been getting all this time that because she didn't have her meds, they were giving her stuff. They were giving her drugs for the pain. And well, they might have overdosed her. On top of all the other stuff, like they hurt her. In my readings, I was point blank getting they've hurt me. Okay. So, but as for murder, I'm not getting actual intentional murder. I'm getting accumulate several factors that led up to her passing away. And again, I can't help but I'm getting it's because it's people that are very, very close to her and they didn't want her to die. Crazy. Okay. Let's see what else do I have here. Oh, I've got names here specifically. Um, you can just see what I've got written on the paper here. I'm not going to actually say it out loud. Okay, I'm not going to name it. So just watch this what I'm doing here. Okay, are any of these people involved in Nancy's disappearance? People that has made this happen. That's a yes. Okay, what about this person? That's a yes. Okay, what about this person? No. Okay. Any friends, supposed friends? No. And what about like distant relatives, outskirt relatives, like cousins and third cousins and second cousins? And that's a big 10-4 yes. Wow. Okay, now I've written down industries that I have picked up in my readings. You guys all know I've gotten certain types of business in my readings all this time. I'm just going to reaffirm it. Okay, tell me, do any of these suspects, are they in any of these businesses? Construction. Okay, that's no. Thank you. Real estate. That's a yes. Um, pools, like pool building, pool maintenance, pool people. No. Okay. What about HVAC, air conditioning, HVAC systems? That's a yes. Okay, and then I've got transportation logistics of like gravel, aggregates, trucking, landscaping. Okay, and that's a yes also. That's a yes also. Okay. Real estate is a real big dinger, though. Real estate is huge. Okay, what about a teacher? Are any of the people involved teachers? That's a yes. Teachers also. That's a yes. Okay. There's names here. I'm not going to name people specifically today. Few scenarios I can try out here. Was this regarding money? They thought they were going to get money from Nancy's estate. That's a yes. Okay. Okay, again, does it have, so it's finance, money? Okay. Are any of the suspects married together? Are there married couples involved in this? That's a yes. Okay. Are any of the people involved in Nancy's disappearance, are any of them like just total strangers? Nancy had no idea who they were? Holy fuck. That's a no. Is it anyone Nancy considered a friend? Okay, that's a no. Are any of Nancy's neighbors involved in her disappearance? Okay, that's a no. So, members of Nancy's family are involved? That's a yes. That's a big yes. Okay. Cow. That we already know she's passed. Yes and no questions. Okay. I see them. Okay, so the night Nancy disappears, if you're standing at Nancy's front door facing out to the road, I see that they took a right instead of a left out of her area. So they walked down the path, the road's there, they went to the right. Am I correct on the direction I'm seeing? They went to the right? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so guide, you were telling me that they left Nancy's and they went up Tanca Verde, up Reddington Pass. Is this correct? Okay. I'm adamant on that. Okay, thank you for that. The reason, and I will show you on the map now why I say that. Okay, so we're at Nancy's house now. We'll just scroll back out. Okay, so Nancy's house is here. Let me make sure I'm facing north. Okay. So we go from Nancy's over to here. So they just would have hopped. There's tons of back roads. They could have easily just snapped down a back road back here at freaking 3 a.m. and then come down to here. This is Tanque Verde Wash. Okay, so Tanque Verde, and then it goes up. You follow this up. This is the this is like a secondary way to get out of Tucson. Okay, I've driven this road myself. It is a secondary way to get out of Tucson instead of having to take I-10 down and out that way. This way, you know, a lot of you have seen the footage now. It's dirt roads up there. It's rugged. You don't want to be breaking down up there. And this is what I've been getting this entire time, that they took her out over Reddington Pass. Positive. I'm positive. That's the one thing I'm absolutely positive of. So I had Jim search several of these tanks. I don't know. I don't remember exactly which ones offhand, but I have a list of, I think there was 6 tanks that he searched for me. I still feel we're not finished up here. Like, there's still more tanks all over the place. So you just follow your way through. It's a long drive. A lot of the YouTubers were bitching about, oh, it's so remote, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why they took this route. This is where the illegals go. Like, every single day, the smugglers are transporting illegals down this road every single day. Every day. I used to have illegal transients like camping out in my chicken coop. Okay. So, yeah. Anyways, it comes all the way down. So it's basically like a big circle. Okay. You leave Tucson, you go up over the mountain, and then you come down. This is where I used to live, Cascabel. I know this area like the back of my hand. Okay. So then you come down. And when you come out of it, it brings you to Benson, Arizona, back down on I-10. Okay, so it brings you right back down into civilization again. Now you're back on I-10, okay? And I-10 runs east to New Mexico. So, in a nutshell, I see they've done just a large circle. They left the Catalina, they went east over Reddington, down to Benson, and then out. And the first week I was getting, she was out here, and I even reported it. Okay, so the first week, I believe she was alive, and she was being held out here at somebody's ranch, like somebody's just a shitty trailer somewhere, probably most likely somebody's abandoned property. Okay. And yeah, down here, Dragoon, all down in here. I reported it, okay? I have a relative that works for Cochise County, and I talked to them about it, okay? So Oh, thanks, honey. Savvy just brought me some craft dinner. What a kick-ass guy. So, yeah. Okay, and then what I feel has happened after that, unfortunately, I believe she passed away while they had her here. This is where she passed, in here somewhere. And then they took her back up over the Reddington Pass. They just took her back up into the bush, and she very well could still be there, but I am getting now in my readings that there are multiple spots. And there's multiple spots, and we don't really want to know why there's multiple spots. Like, just please just figure out what I'm saying here. I totally believe these people that have done this did not intend on killing her, and that when she passed away, I see a whole world of chaos for these suspects. Like, their plan backfired 1,000%. Okay. Some people have questions. Okay, let me scroll up. What do we got here? Jim, Exploring with Jim went out there and searched like 5 or 6 of the cattle ponds out there for me. And Jim has been close. I can feel it. Jim has been close to at least one of my locations. Like, for sure. And no one has searched from Tucson to Benson, right, Joni? I don't fucking understand that. I've told them, I'm like, why are you not searching down there? I-80. I-80 is a big deal. For some reason, nobody's searched out there. I just don't get it. I used to live there. Okay. Hi, Queenie. Hi, Hunt. For those of you that have come in and I haven't said hi to you, I apologize. Don't be offended. And yeah, if you want to go over Reddington Pass, you need a 4x4. You need 4-wheel drive. Yeah. You need a really good vehicle, and possibly take a second person with you if you can. You don't want to be breaking down up there. It's dangerous up there. Okay. I don't believe Savannah's involved. No. I don't believe Savannah's involved at all. Nope. Never has been. She's part of the reason, though, that this has happened. But as for her involvement, no, I don't. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Joni. I'm going to do that as we go here. You're listening at work. Okay, Steph. I'll message you later about Oro and Mount Lemon. Okay, thank you, Steph. Thanks, babe. You know the summit we were talking about, Matt, Steph? The summit, that could also be Mount Graham. There's a mountain in the back there that we haven't even looked at yet. It's the thing. The thing with this searching in Arizona is there's a lot of really sketchy places in Arizona where I know for a fact that, like, you could put someone and they'll never find them. They'll never be seen again. There's open mine shafts all over the state. I've been in the mine shafts. So I always just keep praying that these criminals actually didn't venture out that far. Like, for real, I'm praying to God they did not venture out that far and try to hide her. It's crazy. Crazy shit. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the map again. And I just want to show you guys some of the areas that I've been picking up on, okay? And you guys all know I do this as professional as possible. My exact location areas, I will not show you on YouTube. I know better than that. I will not be showing it, okay? But I can give you a general idea of areas, okay? Hi, Hope Floats. Good to see you, babe. Okay, so first location is up in here, of course. Reddington, Cascabel, Reddington Pass down. There's cattle tags up here still. Jim searched 5 or 6 of them. Well, there's still more. I know for a fact there's more. There's some that I didn't show him to go to. Okay, so Reddington, Cascabel. Mount Lemon has already been searched. Of course, it can be searched again and again and again. These locations need to be searched like 5 times, not just once, okay? Yeah, it's difficult to find a missing person, okay? I am picking up something about Benson as well, which I haven't really dove too deep into yet. I will do more research on Benson, Arizona here. We did look at the abandoned train that runs along I-10 from Benson to Vail. We have looked at that. That again, though, could be looked at another 2 or 3 times. Somebody please go out and look at it slowly. And I'm getting there's something there. There's some sort of evidence there along the train. Okay, Jim already searched once, but it needs to be done many times. Okay. Then there's this whole area down here that's not even been looked at yet, which really makes me mad, to be honest. Nobody's looked here yet. So this whole area east of Benson needs to be looked at. So from Benson to New Mexico. And then in this area, I've shown you this little town of Bowie many times. For some reason, I keep going here. This place is a little shithole in the middle of nowhere. For some reason, I keep coming back here to Benson. There's a lot of abandoned homes here and sheds and just places where somebody could easily be hidden and none of the neighbors would have a clue that there's a problem next door, okay? So Bowie. And then another area that must be checked because nobody's done it is Mount Graham. How the hell do you get to Mount Graham? Mount Graham is here, I think. I think this is Mount Graham. Joni, am I close? This is where Mount Graham is, right? And Sulphur Springs, this is all salt flats here. You guys all know that in my readings, I was getting salt. Remember, I was getting salt. And I'm like, okay, trying to narrow down what why am I getting salt, okay? So the salt, there is this place here, which is the Salt Flats. There is the Salton Sea in Arizona. There is the Salt River up north. And there is Salto Canyon, which is just off Tanca Verde up towards Reddington Pass. And I can't think of any other places that have to do with salt, unless I'm missing something, which I very well could be. The playa has been checked. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Joni. That's a big relief. Okay. So salt. I'm assuming salt, the reading I'm getting of salt, it's a landmark. Okay. So Mount Graham, where is it? It's here. This it's got to be up here. Yeah. Okay, so Mount Graham needs to be looked at as well. Okay. If anybody wants to go for a drive, it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. It's a beautiful day trip there. And especially when it's this hot outside, you'll probably really enjoy the trip going there. So Mount Graham, you go east out of Benson on I-10, and it's here, Mount Graham. It's a large mountain, and another psychic that I listen to, which I do not listen to many. I only listen to ones that I trust. And my co-helper here, she's getting the terminology of summit. Summit, okay? Mount Graham, there's a summit up there. There's also a summit, Mount Lemon. And there is also a little area just outside of western Tucson called Summit. It's a little district. Summit, it's called. Mount Graham's very safe to drive. Okay, cool. Nice. So go for a drive, have a nice day, and just keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out while you're there. Large boulder. Okay, so you see a large boulder. I will show you that. You're probably seeing Texas Canyon, which is on my readings too. And actually, last night was the first time I actually thought to myself, they could have easily buried her under rocks at Texas Canyon. Last night was the first time I thought, oh, okay, maybe she's under the rocks in Texas Canyon. So what do you think about that, Joni? Like, it's possible, right? I don't see why it wouldn't be possible. And she wouldn't be found for ages. Like, she wouldn't be found. She wouldn't be found. Okay, so Texas Canyon is an amazing spot geography-wise. Okay, where do I need to go up the road? It's big rocks. It's all rocks here. See this? There's rocks and rocks and rocks and rocks. Volcano went absolutely nuts here at one point in time. See? So even just the other night, I was laying there and I was like, holy shit, they could have put her under rocks on Texas Canyon and nobody would know. Nobody would know. So if there's anybody in Arizona and you want to go look and find something to do, go look for Nancy, please. But my number one, let me show you on the map here. My number one, watch out for rattlesnakes. It's rattlesnakes everywhere. This is rattlesnake den heaven. But this is called Texas Canyon, and it's an area you drive through on I-10 between Benson and New Mexico. And it is very, very accessible. And that you could easily hide someone under a few of those large rocks. Nobody would ever fucking know it. Nobody would know. There's a large rest stop area here. Big rocks everywhere. That just came to me a couple nights ago. I was like, wow, maybe they've actually could easily have put her under rocks and stuff right here at Texas Canyon. Because you can't dig in Arizona. Like, digging in Arizona is like trying to break through frickin' cement. It's just, you can't dig. Like, even in my yard, we used to have to use this huge pry bar just to get the ground to break up a little bit. Okay. The only places in Arizona where you'd be able to dig is in washes and dirt piles, just where the geography is naturally soft, like washes. And it is monsoon season right now in Arizona. The washes are running. And, well, pay attention to Pete, please. For those of you that are out there wanting to find Nancy, do not enter a wash at this time of the year. But pay attention to the washes after they've done their thing and they're dry. Pay attention, because the water will stir up feet, like up to at least 5 feet of soil. It will move it all and stir up shit. So if they have hidden her in a wash, I guarantee you she's probably 80% moved. That's how rough they are. The only thing that would keep her there is if they put some cement over it. And even then, that's a bit risky. The pressure from the water is insane. It'll kill you. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Joni. The water, it will kill you. Flat out. I've got videos of it on my channel. My ex-husband went down a wash in our car. He got picked up and flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. He managed to jump out and swim to shore. Our car the next day was upside down in the San Pedro River and completely covered. All we could see was a little bit of tire sticking out. Like, it was completely covered in 20 feet of sand within 30 minutes. It'll kill you. So those of you searching, please be careful. Always watch the sky, watch your radar, watch where the clouds are coming. It's monsoon season. You don't want to be caught in the middle of a wash and all of a sudden it downpours on you and you're in trouble. But my point being is the power of that water. If they believe they've buried her in a wash, guarantee you she's probably been moved by the water. So that means now, people that are searching, you should go back out to where you've looked before, because things have been stirred up. Go out and look again, but be damn careful while you're out there. Keep an eye on the sky and the storms. If you see black skies up in the mountains, then get out of there. Get out of there before it comes to you, because the water will come to you before the storm even gets to you. Okay? San Pedro River is deadly. All right? Yep. Okay, staff. Gotcha, girl. Okay. You can see the car off the road. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have a video of it on my channel. Anyways, I'll never forget that. He's all of a sudden standing in our front doorway, soaking, dripping, covered in mud from head to toe. And his buddy was with him, and his buddy was like, Tara, he just went down the wash with the car. I was like, what? He lived. He was fine. But holy fuck, scary shit. Within seconds, they were crossing the road and the road was dry. That's how dangerous it is, okay? It was dry. And he got halfway through the wash, looked to his right, and bam, he got hit by a wall of water. And it picked him up and the car. So yeah. Monsoon season is very, very scary. Okay, so anyways, that's my point. So those of you wanting to get back out and search, like AJ and whoever's watching, Righteous Monkey, if you're watching, and if you're watching, it'd be a really good time to get back out there and look at areas you've already searched. Okay? And do it again and then go down farther. You guys all live there. You know how the water works. Look to see if something's been shifted, because I pretty much guarantee you it has. Mount Dora. Yeah. People die in the washes all the time. The whole time I lived there, we had 2 people die in the wash right beside our house. Yeah, you got to be thorough. Yeah. But, in a bit of a way, hopefully it's a blessing. Mother Nature's dug up the washes. Things are loose now. Hopefully something can be found. Okay. But I'm also getting Texas Canyon here. Texas Canyon for some reason. There's a huge possibility something has been buried at Texas Canyon. Okay, and what I have the search people looking for, I mean, they know this, but not just remains. We're looking for anything. We're looking for evidence. We're looking for weapons. We're looking for anything. Okay, clothing. I've been telling you guys since, like, for a long time, I keep seeing a banker's bag, like a banking deposit bag. I keep wanting to say blue. The rubberized banking bags with possibly a weapon in it. And it's been thrown. Just thrown. There's a lot of transients. Yeah. If they get stuck in the washes, they could die. Though a lot of people do know that, but can you check on top of Mount Graham where the telescope is? I believe it's the same college. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Sure. 1 sec. Okay. So back to it. And these tanks here always made my skin crawl here. I'm like, holy shit, are these the water tanks that I've been picking up on all this time? But they're heavily wired. Like they're wired. They're protected. There's no way anybody's going to get in there. I really don't think anybody can get in there. But you never know. It should be looked at. But this whole area here is rock where you could easily, very, very easily hide something and nobody would know it. Okay, so this is Texas Canyon. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful spot. Be careful of rattlesnakes, and there is scorpions everywhere. There's scorpions all over those rocks. So be careful because they will fuck you up. Okay, so Mount Graham, let's go back. The observatory. Okay, and what about it? What about it, Joni? What are you getting about the observatory? I believe it's the same college she was part of. Oh, I see. Okay. Hi, Marianne. Okay, so this is the observatory on the top of Mount Graham. But you know, the whole time I lived there, I never got to go here. I wish I could have. So this needs to be checked. Go on a nice day trip, pack a day trip, pack a lunch, take your kids, go for a drive. Oh, actually, take that back. Don't take your kids. Okay. That wouldn't be smart. But make yourself a nice day trip out of it. Enjoy the beautiful summer. And the weather up here would be cooler than down in town. Wow. You need a truck, obviously. The road looks a bit rough. So beautiful. I've forgotten how beautiful Arizona is. I can't wait to get down there. So there's so many places here. Like, yeah, this must be checked. It's heavily forested up here. It's high. The elevation's high. I think it's higher than Mount Lemmon. So Mount Graham, I did look at these campgrounds. Let me pull up the map here 1 sec. Okay, guides, I need your help. Work your magic, please. Do you see any bits of anything to do with Nancy Guthrie on my screen on the map right now? Okay, that's no. Thank you very much. Okay, that's no. Let's go back to the observatory. Vatican telescope. See, it's called Vatican telescope. Do you see anything to do with Nancy Guthrie on my map right now? Wow, that's a yes. Okay. Do it again, please. Do you see anything to do with Nancy on the map? Okay, that's a yes. So that's up Mount Graham, up to the observatory areas up there. Huh, that's really good. Make note of that, please, people. Hi, Jan. Hi, Vista. If I've missed you all, hi. Come on in. Hit the thumbs up button for me, please. Okay, so those of you, please paying attention here. Anybody out there wanting to search, then I'm giving you ideas on what to do here. Okay. I'll pull up a couple more areas too. Okay, so this is Mount Graham. I was also picking up on Bowie. For some reason, Bowie is getting me a little bit, but I don't think she's there anymore. I believe they actually had her there at one point before she died, and then they moved her because she died, and now they're in full panic mode. Okay, so Vale. The train tracks again. Jim searched the train tracks. I believe it needs to be searched again. Okay, there's train tracks that run along I-10 between Benson and Vale. Those need to be checked. Colossal Cave. I had a lady check that for me. There was nothing we could do. It's a public site now. You have to pay to get in and all that. So that is no go. Okay. Okay, Saguaro, where are we here? Saguaro National Park. Okay, so this I don't see her in Saguaro National Park at all. It's a landmark for me. Okay, we got Tanque Verde. Where am I? Okay, here. So these are areas that need to be looked at if you want to look, okay? So I don't see her down in the wilderness area, okay? This dam here has got my attention several times. It's called Garwood Dam. Okay. Then and this is the trail out to it. It's a bit of a hike, so I don't see them carrying stuff very far out here, to be honest. But for some reason, I'm getting this dam. It's just could literally be just a bookmark for me, like they give me markers, okay? Unless they carried something small out here, which is possible. But you got to do it with reality here that if the remains are still intact, they're not going to carry dead weight out on a trail for miles. It's not happening. It's got to be, you got to be realistic here with logistics of it all. Okay. When a body dies, they get heavier. And then we know what they do usually to make it easy to transport. Okay. But this area, for some reason, is on my radar. Okay, and then there's tanks everywhere. These tanks are all over the place. Okay, but logistically, you always got to think with clear logistics. Would a criminal who is carrying a dead body, would they do something quick in a hurry because they're panicked? Or would they carry heavy remains out for miles and miles down a trail? It's more likely the first part where they are doing it in a hurry because they're shitting their pants. Septic tanks. It's funny, I haven't got septic tanks in this case at all. It could be though, because I'm not saying no to that, because I am getting water tank. You guys know that I've been getting water tank since day one. It very well could be a septic tank, but I know they checked this tank on her property. I'm pretty sure they checked Annie Tomaso's as well. So it could be somebody else's, unfortunately. Okay. So there's the dam. And then you lead up into Reddington Pass. Okay, so this is Tanque Verde. I know people have searched Tanque Verde a lot. I believe it needs to be searched more often. Again, I guess people with the drones, those of you with drones, just keep going back, and every time there's a monsoon, go back the next day and check it. Simple. Like every time it gets stirred back, you're in the best time of the year right now to do this. Let the monsoons do the work. Go back and check the wash after it's been roughed up. So Tanque Verde all the way up, and here is the Salto Canyon. I was getting salt. So this Salto, this is something I've been picking up something around here this whole time, somewhere along here, but it might not be remains. I'm getting more like evidence has been thrown out of a car vehicle here. This is the road they took out. You take out to get up Reddington Pass, okay? I'm getting like evidence has been thrown here. Not remains. Evidence. I'm getting like, I see them whipping that banker's bag out the window as they're flying by. Okay. And what else? Okay, so there's that area. Then we hop around. Marana. Okay, then we have the whole Marana outwards. I've been getting Marana since the very first day. The Marana tanks. Something to do with Marana. Jim searched Pump House Road for me, but it should definitely be done a few more times. Marana Airport. I got really deep into this actually at one point. Where was I? There's a. And near religious places. I've been picking up like near religious places for some reason too. They're kind of using like the religious places to ease their conscience almost. That's how I feel about it. There's Red Rock. Okay. Florence, Pico. For those of you from Arizona, you know what I'm saying here. I've actually got Picacho Peak a few times. Picacho Peak, I'm not sure why. It could just be that they've traveled through there. But I've actually had a dream about Picacho Peak. For some reason, it's down there. For some reason, I'm getting it. So if you're driving by and you want to stop in at the gas station, get a drink, then just stop here. And the other thing I always tell everybody is trust your instincts. Like just follow your gut. Seriously. Well, and of course follow your nose. But follow your gut. If you're standing somewhere and it's giving you the heebie-jeebies, well, there could be a reason for it. Okay? So Picacho State Park. It's a beautiful place. I stayed at this gas station up here one time for a week. Holy Dinah, that sucked. I was driving home from Phoenix to Tucson with my girlfriend, and we were driving a full-blown truck full of full of furniture, and she blew a fucking tire, and the shop couldn't get they couldn't get the tire off the truck. Yeah, and it was New Year's Eve in like 1999. It was insane. I spent New Year's in this little shop. Okay, so Picacho Peak. And Eloy Castle. Okay, then we head up north, and I'm getting Salt River. Salt Canyon, Salt River. But the only thing that, like, in all reality, is it's tubing time on the Salt River, so that's actually very, very beneficial that people are tubing down the Salt River right now because it might help. I've been picking up something on the Salt River for a long, long time. For a long, long time. But I believe they would have put her after the tubing area so people wouldn't know. Like, these people are from Arizona. They know. And so they would put her where tubers can't get to. Okay. Salt River. I've tubed down this river many, 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 many times. Okay, so this whole dam area here needs to be looked at. Big time. And here's the tubing. So there'd be people tubing here. So this isn't a good spot. Oh, but there's a bridge. Where's that bridge? Oh, here's the bridge, I think. Okay. So anyways, yeah. So in a way, I'm trying to use scenario like things to our advantage right now. So there's hundreds of people tubing this salt river right here, this chunk here, every day right now, which is fantastic because they can keep an eye out for, they don't know it, but they keep an eye out for Nancy Guthrie. You might find something. Okay, but the area further back where they're not tubing, okay, there's boats and shit up here. There's a marina in here. This whole area needs to be checked. And it would be something in the water, and something in the water, and I'm getting totes possibly. I've been picking up like a blue totes you get from Walmart. The blue plastic totes, and it's wrapped. It's wrapped with chains and everything you can imagine. It's wrapped. Okay. Saguaro Park, no. No, you'll have to go back, please, Joanne. I covered Saguaro Park earlier. I get nothing for Saguaro National Forest or Saguaro Park or anything like that. No. Excuse me. So those of you wanting to do a day trip or even like go camping here for the weekend, it's absolutely stunning here. It's such a beautiful place, and there's wild horses everywhere in the hillsides here. Go have some fun with your family and keep an eye out for anything. Nancy Guthrie, anything. Keep an eye out for evidence, something that's been, it looks like it would have been thrown. Like that's, you're looking for something that would have been thrown. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And then I have another spot. This one, I wasn't going to tell anyone, but I might as well. I'm not going to show the exact area. Okay. And here's the Salton Sea. Again, Salton Sea is a beautiful place to go. I am getting salt in my river, my river. I am getting salt in my reading, so you could definitely check out Salton Sea as well. Okay. But I'm looking for a specific place here. It's the Parker Dam. Parker Dam. Where's the down part? I've spent hours on here. There is something here. Again, it would be like a blue tote in the water. hopefully visible. And it connects up to Havasu, Lake Havasu stuff. You can't go that far up. Okay, Parker Dam. Yeah, so Parker Dam, if anybody wants to go for a road trip, and please, please, people, please, please. I have found missing people, okay? I'm not doing this for money, and this is not a joke. I never ask people for money to do this. Like, let's get this lady found. I've had enough now. I've had enough now. I'm getting really fed up. Okay, so there's that. Um, I'm just scanning here. No other areas. And I want to search this area here last. I'm hoping we don't have to deal with this area here. Oh my God. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Colorado River, yes, David Knight. Yes. Yeah. Anywhere along that stretch to the dam. Yeah. I'm getting it's the Arizona side. I'm getting bins. Like the typical blue bins you see at Walmart. Some people want to know if Sheriff No Nuts is involved. This whole time I've been getting no. Let me just ask. I'm going to just ask. I'm not going to say their name. My guides know what I'm meaning here. Okay. The head sheriff in charge of Nancy Guthrie's case, is he involved criminally? Okay, that's no. No. I don't believe he's involved criminally. I believe he's just an absolute moron. But I did get in a reading that he knows Nancy. Like he knows her. They know each other. But as for him being involved, no, I'm not getting that. No, I don't have anybody to search. And I don't want everyone reaching out to like I don't actually I'm at the point I don't give a shit. Whoever wants to search, please go search. I've given you general areas to go look, and if you have time, you want to do a day trip with your go please look. And then we can narrow down as we go. I can't, so I've shown you the areas. I can't think of anything else right now. Can't think of any other areas right now. Okay, hi everybody, come on in. Let's read the chat a little bit. I share. He knows her, but I think he is just like a Ronnie Lawson, but even bigger. Yeah, I agree, Cher. I really do. So lots of love for Nancy, please. I don't know if there's been a lie detector or not. Nobody has said anything. We don't know anything. Question: how about the other cop that was arrested? Was he? Oh, that's a good question. That cop that was just arrested. He was a Pima County too, right? Okay, that Pima County officer that was just arrested, does he have anything to do with Nancy Guthrie's case criminally? That's no. That's no. There you go. If you're going out to search, use common sense. Yeah, it's so dangerous out there right now. Yeah, please use common sense out in Arizona. You need to watch out. People are always like, watch out for snakes. You need to watch out for a lot of things. You need to watch out for scorpions. Scorpions are everywhere, especially if you're near rocks. Okay. The rattlesnakes, too. Rattlesnakes love to be near rocks where it's hot. Gila monsters will fuck up your life. Gila monsters are really, really bad. There's so much you need to watch out for there. Fire ants. Fire ants will rip you to shreds. I was going to say centipedes. Centipedes are bad. There's just a lot of dangers, but right now the number one is you need to watch the weather. Watch the sky. If you see black cloud storms off in the distance on the mountainside and you know that it runs your way, then get the fuck out of the wash. Quickly. Yeah, rattlesnakes. Yeah, they like to be in around rocks and cement and bricks. And we had bricks for our front porch, and they would lay on the front porch. I'd open my front door, and there's a rattlesnake right at my fucking door. Yeah, it sucked. The water will kill you. Period. If you see a wash, and if there's any water in it at all, do not enter that wash at all. It will kill you. Okay. Yeah, I moved away for a lot of reasons, that's for sure. I miss the beauty of the state, but no. When I got back up to the border, Canada border, I gave them my green card to the States. Here you go. You can have it. I don't want it. Yeah. Okay. I will. Interesting. TMZ keeps getting the ransom notes, and Nancy's daughter interviewed the JE, right? Yeah, people have mentioned that to me, Cher, for sure. Okay, so any questions, anyone? I hope I've given you a good clump of things to consider. Thank you all so much for being here. Please take 2 seconds and hit that like button and the subscribe button, please, and share my channel out to everybody. You've never seen a snake? Wow, Joni. Really? We used to have the racers, the big black racers. They were like 10 feet long, and those suckers would get across my yard in seconds. They were like lightning fast. You're very, very welcome, everyone. You're very welcome. I'm not giving up, I promise you. I'm not. And I will go down there if I have to. You guys know that. I'm not going to just go and ask for the money ahead of time and then not go. I will go, but I'm hoping she's found soon because I don't really want to go, to be honest. So Okay, so I'm going to wrap that up for now. I think we did a really good coverage of what I wanted to get down to on this beginning. So we're doing this all week. This is Nancy's week, okay? So yeah, so I will probably wrap that up now. I just wanted to let you know this live stream is brought to you by Spirit Whispers Botanicals, my little company. I make amazing handmade skincare products and candles and room sprays. Please check out my website at spiritwhisperscandles.com. I have a summer sale on right now, 20% off. My email is, one sec. If I could type. There you go. Terra Spirit Whisperer at Gmail. And I'm doing personal readings. For the next, I'm still doing it for a couple of days. I've got them on the website right now, 50% off. So grab yourself a general reading from me. They are half price, and I will crank out as many of them I can today. So please go and book a personal private reading. What I do is send me an email, tell me what you need help with. I will record the reading and send it to you. Okay? So yeah, please book yourself a reading. You won't be disappointed. So many of these people on here are like, they got a lot of good words to say about me. So I appreciate that. All right, everyone. I love you all. And those watching on X, thank you so much for watching. Please come over to YouTube, hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for being here. Go find Nancy, please. Let's find this lady. Go find Nancy, please. Thank you so much.